welcome to another episode of Shit Hotels of Australia. Tonight I'm in a wild and windy Smithton in far northwest Tasmania, but at least the rain stopped. And I'm staying one night at the Bridge Hotel just over the bridge. So let's go inside, check out the room. Right, so this is my room for tonight. A small single room with shared bathroom. Was all that was really available for a reasonable price. Smithton, anyway. So what have we got? We've got a single bed, a bedside table, bedside light, small fridge, heater on the wall, which is great, a basin, which is an advantage, mirror, TV, and wardrobe. And it doesn't look like any spare blankets, so maybe running the heater all night. Okay, so let's go and check out the bathroom if we can find it. Gents bathroom, private shower stalls, three basins, kitchenette, and a little viewing area. And another little lounge. So while it hasn't got the facilities actually in the rooms, it does have a fair whack of facilities. You can see it looks a tad tired though. And now for the Shit Hotels of Australia instant coffee test. And we've got an interesting one here. We've got Grinders instant coffee. No expiry date. Now Grinders is a fairly reputable coffee brand for real coffee. So this might have been reasonable until you read on the back it says packaged in Australia from imported soluble coffee. So basically all they've done is imported some shit instant coffee from somewhere else in the world and put their own name on it. So I won't be drinking it. Now I also need to say that I had to go around to the kitchenette to get this. I brought it back to the room. There's no facilities in the room for making coffee. I've left my drip filter coffee in the car because with this sort of tiny little room, didn't think I would go through with the coffee, but anyway, there's a new one for you. Now I won't bother doing the fridge noise test because with the noise of the traffic outside and the noise from the rooms on either side, and I'm not sure that might be, it's either a room with a private bathroom, which I'm not sure that they had any, or it's one of the other bathrooms, but there's a fair bit of noise coming through that wall. So this will be an earplugs in night. So spoiler alert for the no earplugs bonus. Okay, so I'm eating tonight at the bistro at the Bridge Hotel. It's quite a strange ordering system. You go to the bar to get your table, and then they bring you here. Then there's a table service for the meal, but then you have to go to the bar, but there's nobody at the bar. Anyway, cut a long story short, just sticking with the beer tonight, and I've got this small battered flake with chips and salad, which includes a pasta salad, which is a little bit weird, but anyway, we'll tuck in and see how it is. Bon appetit. Well, for once that didn't defeat me. I could have eaten all of that, but I'd say it was pretty ordinary. Flake was really dry, crumbly. Salad was good. Pasta salad, not a fan of. And the signature tartare sauce. Not sure whose signature it is, because it certainly was unique, but I wouldn't like to try it again. Anyway, finished the beer, early night. Another long day on the road tomorrow, although not technically as long as the other couple of days. Anyway, cheers. Here's to a great sleep. Well, good to see that the heater actually works, and it's a silent heater, so that's great. The room is starting to warm up. So while we wait for that, let's check out the TV. Okay, now do we actually have a channel list? We've got all these radio ones. Finally. So finally, we do actually have some TV channels. So let's see which ones we've actually got. Okay, it's not telling us what they are. So we're going to have to see what they actually are. Maybe the electronic program guide might tell us what we've got. No. So it tells you what program is on, so if you know what program you're looking for, you know what channel you're looking for, but it doesn't actually tell you what the channels are. But suffice to say, it does look like it has all the free-to-air channels. Not a smart TV by any means, so next up we'll check out the Wi-Fi. Okay, so we've connected to the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is not password protected at all. It's not secured at all, so watch that with a grain of caution, I guess. But we'll check out the speeds and see what we've got. Okay, so Netflix is opening. And we'll see what this is. Yep. So Wi-Fi seems quite quick, which is good. Not sure how much I will watch on Wi-Fi, considering it is unsecured. And now let's have a look at some upkeep issues. Now, I've restricted this just to the actual room, not to the wider things such as the kitchenette or the TV room, because after all, this is the room that I paid for, even though I have access to the others. So let's have a look at some of the upkeep issues in room 22 of the Bridge Hotel. Now, bearing in mind, the Bridge Hotel is also a motel. They have motel rooms where you can park the car directly outside. So I don't know what they're like. So if you're judging the Bridge Hotel just on this room, just remember that this is the old style upstairs hotel rooms, all with shared bathrooms. So let's have a look for the upkeep. Okay, so for the door we've got some dings around here. We've got this old-fashioned basin, which is great. We've got a basin and it's got a plug, but yeah, I'm not sure how effective that plug would be. Down here we've also got some more dings, bit of rust on the heater, but fingers crossed we've got a heater. Some dents on the rubbish bin. Looks like a bit of, is it damp near the power points? I hope not. And apart from that though, like it's a very old room that has been painted and tried to make at least look a little bit neat, but there's nothing hiding the fact that it's an old, tired room. And look, it's what you get for the price we pay. And we'll find out about the price when we get to the pirate score. And now it's time for the pirate score.
Drink up me hearty Joe.
For the Bridge Hotel here in Smithton. So first up, cleanliness and upkeep. Well, the upstairs rooms were old and they were tired, weren't they? And so even though they'd been given a lick of paint, couldn't really cover that up. So for cleanliness and upkeep, I can only give it 2 stars. Facilities. It's interesting because in the wider hotel, it had everything. It had the kitchenette, TV room, but actually in the room, which is what I'm judging it on, they had pretty much nothing, didn't they? So I'm going to have to restrict it to the room, and but I will say it did have a heater, and that heater kept me very warm last night, which was good. But overall, facilities, 2 stars. Add-ons. Well, it had the bistro, which was really bizarre the way it sort of operated. It also had a bottle shop, had a gaming room, didn't have a laundry, even though it did have the bistro. For this one, I'm actually going to take a point off, basically because of the quality of the meal, which was quite ordinary. And so for add-ons, 2 stars. Entertainment and Wi-Fi. Well, it was a dumb TV and it appeared to have all the channels, but with that bizarre channel list not actually telling you what channel it was. It's just like back in the old days, we're going to watch channel 2 or channel 6. The Wi-Fi was good, but yeah, again, it was a little bit patchy. So again, for entertainment and Wi-Fi, I'm going to have to give it 2 stars. Bed and bath. Okay, so I can only really rate the bed because the bathroom was a shared bathroom, and it certainly reminded me of the bathrooms that used to be in some schools that I worked in, and that's not really saying much. But the bed, even though it was a single bed, it was reasonably comfortable, got a good night's sleep. But one thing I will say about the basin in the room, which was good, that plug. I mean, really, they could go to the expense of putting a flat screen TV in each of those rooms and then just leaving that plug as it is. And I think that sort of says it all. So again, for bed and bath, 2 stars. Service. The service in regional Tasmania, which is all sort of like the service that you'd get if you walked into someone's home. Friendly, but sometimes a little bit too familiar and too laid back. Yeah, like the check-in guy was good. The people in the bar were nice and friendly, but it was sort of like a little bit over familiar, and maybe that's just the introvert in me coming out. I'm not sure if the room was serviced each day, but yeah, again, we need to remind these people, these really friendly people in regional Tasmania, that we're guests in a hotel, not people visiting their home on the weekend. So for service, 2 stars. The value for money bonus. Now the rack rate for that single room was only $65 a night, so it was pretty bloody cheap, and you got pretty much what you paid for. But considering that I started this value for money bonus after that amazing experience at the Sea Pavilions in Cowes, in that amazing pod, which was only $65 a night, this one really wasn't any comparison to that, so I can't give it the value for money bonus. And the earplugs bonus. Well, any hotel on the main road of a town in Australia is unlikely going to get the no earplugs bonus for me. And yeah, with bogans and trucks driving past and the noise from the rooms next door, no, it was earplugs in. But as I said, I did get a good night's sleep. So that's a total for the Bridge Hotel in Smithton, and remembering this is for the upstairs rooms, not the motel rooms, so I have no idea what they're like. But that's a total of 11 out of 30. So if you've enjoyed this one, please click like, please subscribe. We're going to hit the road again now, heading down to the west coast of Tasmania, and we're going to be staying in another hotel that's hopefully not one of the shit hotels of Australia. Thanks for watching.